Hey everyone. So I wanted to share something that I realized today that has affected me in the last couple of months. When my kids started their virtual schooling, I was handling my coaching practice, my programs and courses that I've been doing, as well as trying to help them. Well, it was a big challenge. And for the first, I'd say, month of it, I was trying to do both. And I realized that I wasn't being effective at all with either. I was sort of half in and half out on everything. And I don't know if that's ever happened to you where you're trying to kind of handle too much at the same time. I finally had to make a decision. And the decision was, where was I going to focus on? Well, my children needed me. And so I needed to make that my priority and figure out what sort of systems and support I needed to have for them to actually help them survive during this time of virtual education. So that took about a month, another month for us to kind of get us settled. And in that time frame, I realized that I hadn't paid attention to what I needed to do. And it was really challenging for me to carve out the extra time that I needed to make it all up. So today I have a mastermind program where we were covering various topics. And as we were doing them, our coach mentor was basically saying, okay, you've done that a few weeks ago. That should be here. You should take out your notes for that. And I realized I wasn't there. I was not at all there. And I felt so disconnected from it. And even though I was trying to do my best, I knew I was behind. And so I want to share that with you because sometimes that's what happens. We may feel behind when it comes to keeping up with things. Like it could be as simple as your home, it could be a work project, it could be your health, it could be, taking care of the needs of family, friends, colleagues, whatever that is. And you feel like I haven't kept up with everything. And I want you to know that the number one mistake that we make is thinking sometimes that we can do it all at the same time. And that's what happened for me. I thought I could handle it all, and I was failing at it kind of miserably until I had to make a decision. Well, now that I'm able to support that area for the kids' education and get some systems in place and some flow that has been a lot easier, now is the time that we're kind of looking at, okay, how do I get back into what I have to do? And that's my coaching practice to make sure that I'm able to serve and help and support others. So that's where I'm at today. When you are in that position, I want you to think of 4 things to do. Number one is doing what I shared with you, and that was just to step back and take a look at where is it that I am not taking care of everything that I need to do, and what areas need more of my attention than others. Number two, we're going to regroup, right? And that's when I made a decision. Okay, the practice, my coaching practice is very important to me, and the programs and everything, it is. But my kids are completely relying upon me as their parent to take care of what they need. And that is more urgent that we get that going because that's going to take them throughout the rest of the year. Number three is we need to take a look at what is the positive in all this. And really, the positive for me was to realize that I need to be flexible, I need to be forgiving, and I need to rest when that is necessary for me to keep going. Because the reality is that I can't be burning the candles at both ends and think that I'm going to end in a healthy spot or that I'm going to be good for everybody in my family. It's just not going to happen. So understanding that there is a positive, and that is like I have limits too. And when I have those limits, I need to be okay to take myself and self-care before I can take care of anybody else. I always like that analogy of the airplane, right? Where they say you have to make sure that you put your oxygen mask first before you do the oxygen mask on your child, because at that elevation, you will lose consciousness if you don't take care of yourself quickly enough, which that wouldn't be good for your child. Your child would be fine, but now they don't have a parent to take care of them. So that's why you go first before them. So thinking sometimes of our stress levels, if we don't handle ourselves, taking care of ourselves, then we're not going to be good for anybody. And then finally, we're going to make it right. That's the fourth point. And making it right for me was establishing systems, getting some support, being able to figure out what they needed. And now my next step is figuring out, and I've already started adjusting my schedule to figure out, okay, if I have to do these things during this time, how do I take advantage? Because it's not going to happen if I don't make those changes in awareness for myself. So I hope that helps you guys. My name is Sonia Barker. I'm a life coach, business coach. That's what I do. I help people get results because I understand and really map out what it is that is not working and how do we regroup and make sure that we establish something for the long run that's going to really support and help you. Getting results is really a big part of personal development, and so that's my focus all the time. Share with me below what are some of the things that you do when you're finding yourself that this is really, maybe a struggle and you're not taking care of yourself, and what indications do you use to say, okay, I need to make that change happen and I need to make it now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.